Hey guys, it's me. Hey, today I'm going to be talking to JB from ILUV2RANT. He's really funny. And so we're going to talk for a little bit. We do use adult language, so just beware. Okay, so I'm going to give him a call and we'll see what he's up to.
Hello?
Hey, it's me.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm good.
I wanted to call and talk to you about your all your creative projects. Are you free?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay, good.
What you got?
All right, let's see. First, I want to know where you got the name of your show, I Love to Rant. Where did that come from?
Okay. Whenever I first started the channel, it was just basically a process of elimination because every name I would come up with had already been used.
Oh, yeah.
So just kind of like a progression. Say, nope, this has been used, this has been used. So I probably went through like 15 different names
Right.
before I came up with that. And then kind of the rant thing was, I used to be a big fan of Dennis Miller Live when he was on HBO.
Oh, yeah.
And every night he would do his little spiel about, well, I hate to go on a rant here, but, and then he would just go on a full-blown rant. So,
Yeah.
you know, I always got a kick out of that. So it was like, hell, I love to rant too, you know. And it's just kind of funny how people that have known me for the last 10 to 20 years,
Yeah.
oh, yeah, man, I've known JB. He's always loved to rant. He loved to rant before YouTube came out. You know, so it's...
You were born loving to rant. Your first word was a rant.
Yeah, pretty much. So, you know.
Your first word was probably, let's see, motherfucker?
Not quite, but yeah.
I'm just kidding. Well, so everybody around you kind of knew that would suit you because you do love to rant.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just my way of expressing myself. So.
When was that first time when you first put your first video up? What was that like?
It was different. I did a video probably a year or so before. I don't remember what month it was. I know it was like 2009 is when I started on YouTube. But October of 2008 was when my divorce was finalized. So I was on MySpace back then. That was before Facebook really took off, you know. It was still
Right.
cool to be on MySpace, right?
Right.
So I made a video just kind of letting all my friends know, hey, I got this divorce. And I kind of went on a little miniature rant on that one. You know, I said, hey, guys, I just got divorced. I want you to know that I won. The only thing that I lost was a fat, worthless, simple bitch. You know, just like went off. And a lot of people got a kick out of it. And I invited everybody to come out and do this divorce party that weekend.
Oh,
so
my goodness.
It was a huge turnout. I did that for like probably 4 years straight.
A divorce
I quit
party.
doing it, but it was awesome. So, yeah, it was like so everybody showed up. They said, hey, I love that video. That was so funny. And da-da-da-da, you know. And, you know, after a while of thinking about it, it's like, you know, I've got a lot of opinions.
Yeah.
You know, I feel strongly about a lot of things. And I had a lot of rage to vent. And so I just figured, you know, maybe I'll start a YouTube channel, you know. And I was watching YouTube and, you know, watching a lot of different videos and a lot of vloggers. And a lot of them were real sleepy, you know.
Yeah.
Way too just talking about, oh, I went to Walmart today and this was on sale. And it's like, nobody gives a shit about that. Nobody cares what you bought today, you know, or your new sweater. You know, nobody gives a shit about that. Let's talk about something we can all relate to.
Oh, well, I have a new sweater on today.
Well, I think that...
I'm just kidding.
I think that my first video, I think it was about people licking their fingers. I know within the first three, it was like people washing their hands. But I think the first one was about people licking their fingers.
Yeah.
And just something about that when they're eating this, it's like, would you fucking stop?
I
Don't
feel
fucking
exactly,
do that.
I
It's
totally agree. It drives me crazy.
Maybe if you're eating ribs, I'll give you a pass.
Yeah.
But, you know, use a fucking napkin, wipe it on the back of your shirt. I don't give a shit.
And
Quit
if you're
sucking
going to
on
do
your
it, don't
fingertips.
make the noise, like that terrible noise. Like, please.
Right?
Yeah, it's disgusting.
hate it.
I hate it.
Just,
That's so funny. I would totally join in on that rant. Yeah.
yeah.
Well, did that woman ever listen to that rant? I mean, the one that you called all those names and stuff.
Which one?
Your ex.
I'm sure a lot of my exes watch my videos. Whether or not that they ever comment directly, sometimes they'll put a troll account and say something stupid.
Oh yeah.
And, but yeah, there's exes that'll watch, and most of them do it quietly, But,
Well, because you pretty much, come right out and lay it out there.
yeah.
And
Yeah,
people probably feel like that's cathartic because they don't feel like they can say that about their ex or about whoever they feel, So maybe you're kind of expressing that on their behalf in a healthy way. I mean, relative to what else you could do. Yeah.
Exactly. I've been told
Although
that
it could
too.
hurt someone, though. That's what I was asking about. Like if she listened to that would really be painful.
Yeah, I don't care though. I mean, whether it hurt their feelings or not, sometimes I'll put it out there as this is me letting you know, just so you know that I know.
Yeah.
Because that's what pisses me off. I mean, people are like, oh, you lied to me and it really hurt. Well, with the pain comes the anger and the rage, and that's what pisses me off. It's like, okay, like a recent ordeal that I went through, alleged relationship.
Alleged.
Yeah, right.
That's funny.
So I dumped her on her ass because my gut told me she was cheating, right?
Mm-hmm.
But then after it's over, she says, well, I could never take you back because you threw me away. That was her pretension. That was her bullshit story. When it turned out, I was right. I was right. You were cheating. You were running the game. But you still want me to believe that I threw you away and I lost out on a good thing, which was horse shit.
Right.
No, I ended up seeing you with your new guy, and he looked like Elmer Fudd. You took a downgrade. You took a fucking downgrade. So yeah, if that fucks you up, that's too bad. I know you. See, that's the thing with players. See, is that they put so much work and effort into being sneaky and fooling you that when the gig's up, it's too much. They can't take it. They'd rather. I dated another chick. I don't know, 5 years ago. It's this girl. I don't know. I think between the last girl I broke up with and this girl I'm mentioning now, referring to, two of the biggest players ever. Totally had me fooled. Hook, line, and sinker. This is it. This is the one. This is beautiful. This is different. This girl is unique. Man, oh, bullshit. She was the same way. And as soon as I started putting myself in a position where I could catch her fucking up, she let me go. And then when I called her out on it, it was the same game. Baby, I'm sorry for those ugly things I said to you. All those texts were ignored. As soon as I said, you know what? I take all that sorry shit back, bitch, because I got you pegged and I'd run it all down to her. Then she would respond. I'd do a video and call her out, inadvertently, just kind of beat around the bush a little bit, just throw a scenario out there. She knew I was talking about her, and boom, she'd call me up. Oh, that's bullshit. Got you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Guilty dog barks first, right?
I think
You
it's
hit
hard for
somebody's
people.
nerve.
Yeah, it's hard for people to admit that
Yeah. Hey, I
because it
got
involves
caught.
lying and cheating and sexuality. I mean, obviously, it's hard to. It's hard.
Well, yeah, you put in all that fucking work. Why are you just gonna? Okay, you're right. You got me. My bad. Sorry.
Well,
about
and
that.
why would people want to trick you? I mean, why did these people? Why do they want to play you? I don't understand that part.
I don't think that it's just about being me. That they're wanting to trick me. I think it's just the way of the world these days. I think that a lot of women, and I'm not saying all women, I know a lot of them that I respect a great deal, but a lot of women are really fucking stupid.
Well, a lot of dudes are pretty stupid too.
They all, no, not all women are, but a lot of them are. And when they play this little trickster game, they feel like they're smart. It makes them think they're fucking smart because you were dumb enough to believe them.
I just don't really get the motivation, though. I mean, if you're,
I don't either. I don't see. I would rather somebody just be straight up with me and say, hey, I don't really foresee us ever being together long term. I don't see growing old with you, but I do like to fuck you. I do want to keep fucking you for a while. I enjoy fucking you. I enjoy the way you make me feel. Or even be honest enough to say, hey, you're just a side dish. You're weekend dick, so, come down and get some, get in where you fit in. At least I can respect that.
Yeah.
At least be honest about it.
There.
Right? Just be honest about it. Just be real with me. Then I don't have to get my heart involved. Cool. Need me to come by and give you some dick, I can do that. But I'm not going to fucking fall in love with you.
Well, I think it's hard to know who, it's hard to know who you'll fall in love with.
Well, it's also hard to, it's hard for me to believe in the same lines. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I take something from every relationship, and then as so many relationships go by, you start to hear the same lines and the same reassurances, and it almost becomes like red flag. You're like, oh God, here we go. It's
yeah. I think we talked about some of those red flag things.
Mm-hmm.
I think you wrote them down. What are they? Like the?
Oh fuck!
I can't think now. Oh, rats!
Yeah,
things like
like the text, like that little text that just says "love you" instead of "I love you."
Oh right, yeah.
That little subconscious thing.
Yeah.
Or whenever she abruptly has to leave town, or something came up.
Abruptly leaving town.
Yeah. Okay.
That does sound a little suspicious.
Here's an example. You and your woman are kicking it at the house. The phone rings, and she's like, "I gotta go. Stacy's having a real bad day. She needs somebody to talk to. She's losing it. I have to be there for her." She's gone. 4 or 5 hours later, she comes back. How's Stacy doing? Oh yeah, she's better. Bullshit. That was Super Dick calling her. And,
Yeah.
Yeah. He'll tell Stacy's bitch ass to come over here, and we'll both talk to her. Oh, she can't do that? Yeah, that's right. Because it's not Stacy, it's Steven.
Man, if you're going to go out and hook up with someone, though, I just don't really get why are you still with the other person? Is it that somebody's just wanting to keep both bases? They want to cover their bases. Is that what it is?
I don't know.
Or maybe they really genuinely like both people. I'm just saying. I mean, if you get yourself involved with people, it can happen.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's what floored me when I got divorced. Is that, she didn't love me. She told me all those things that none of us ever really want to hear from our spouse, right?
Yeah.
And then she left. Didn't take me about a month before I started dating again. I was still in love with her. I was still busted up about it. But, you're fucking everybody in town. I'm going to go get me some because I hadn't had none for a month before she left.
Yeah.
Good month and a half. Shit, I need to fuck. So, I find out
the man's got needs, right? Yeah. Okay.
Every man has needs, Can't leave him alone too long.
It's true.
So. But yeah, I found through the grapevine she was probing around, wanting to know who I was fucking. See her parked down the street from my house. And why are you jealous? Why are you fucked up? I mean, you're running around town sucking everybody's dick.
Well, that's why. If she's doing that, then she's paranoid that you're doing that.
Why would it matter though? If you don't love somebody, you don't want to be with them.
Well, because maybe she would rather not be the only one to blame. She'd rather catch you, and then everybody's even, and then you still have your bases covered.
Yeah, that's psychosis. That's horseshit. I don't know. I think it's just a selfish bitch thing.
Yeah, maybe so.
I should always be strung out on her, right?
Yeah.
I should just stay strung out on her.
Kind of takers, like people who are takers.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
But, anyways, what's your next question? We could delve into that and talk all night.
Okay, let's do it. Well,
right.
While we're on the subject, I might as well ask you, do you think you'll ever get married again?
Oh, I think everybody's kind of programmed to want that or even need it on some level, but I don't know. I think on a certain level I would like that, but I can't base my happiness on it. Whether I find that right someone, you know what I mean? It's just like anymore. It's like I almost hate to waste any of my time even pushing in that direction because everything seems to be so temporary. I mean, I know that eventually we'll all die or whatever, but that's beside the point. Somebody to grow old with and be with for the rest of your life, that sounds great.
You still got to let them go, though. They still have to go. I mean, that's even sadder to be with someone for 50 years and then they pass away before you. They get promoted, they're up in heaven, and you're here.
Well,
There's no
well,
easy way to love without getting hurt here. There's no way to love without being hurt.
yeah, but that's different though, for me. You know what I mean? Losing someone to death is not near to me anyway. Is not near as painful as losing them to life.
Well,
You know what I mean?
for sure. I mean, I think
for
there's
me, going
because
through my divorce,
it's the betrayal. You can't say that somebody's betraying you
exactly
if they die. Yeah.
Yeah, they died. Their time was up, and you got to count yourself that you were lucky in your journey to know that person. That's why I always tell people when they lose someone that they care about. It's like, I know that doesn't really make things better, but at least think, well, hey, at least in my journey, I got to know how special this person was. There's millions of people that did not have that opportunity, were not honored enough to know that person.
Yeah, that's a sweet way.
At least I got to know them.
That's a sweet way of putting that. I like that.
Well, that's how I have to look at it. It's like, because I've lost people.
Yeah.
Fortunately, I haven't lost anybody real close recently, and it's never easy. But that's how I kind of got to look at it. It's like, you know what? We had memories together. They're going to take those memories of us together to the other side. Mm-hmm. I'll always remember them. And at least we got to share those experiences together. We got to laugh together and live in the moment together, which was very important. And everybody that I make a connection with, all those connections on some level meant something.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Well, that's a
day,
deep answer.
One day I'll be gone, and hopefully those people that remember me will remember the good times we shared together.
Yeah.
As opposed to, and those people that truly know me, they will.
Well, you've certainly made me laugh a lot over the last couple of weeks.
I like to entertain.
You do. You're good at it. And, when God made Adam, that's the first time with all of the creation so far in Genesis where he looked down and said it wasn't good because he said that Adam would be lonely. So he gave him a wife.
Yeah. It's just, I don't know. I think she'd have to, if I was going to get married again, she'd have to be really, really special.
Yeah.
On a number of levels. Just, somebody I can get completely lost in. Somebody that I can just, and I've tasted that in the past, but unfortunately it fell apart. But, I know that feeling, and if I had that feeling about somebody and it was an equal, mutual, like a moth to a flame, you just make me feel high when I'm around you feeling, that's a beautiful feeling,
that's true.
That's what had to be there. That's not all that needs to be there, but that's huge. Mm-hmm. The lust factor has to be there. There's that, pull for each other. It's like, God, I got to be close to you. You know what I'm saying? It's like most of the time you get in a relationship, you're like, okay, after the news gone, and you're like, would you please get up and go shopping or do something? Just get the fuck out of my hair for a little while. I'm tired of looking at you.
Saying a lot because you don't have a lot of hair right now, so get out of my whiskers.
Sometimes it gets like that in relationships. It's like, oh God, I just need my space. But I think if you have that right person, you want them in your space all the time. You enjoy their company all the time.
All the time, maybe not, but I think most of the
debate,
time during that, especially during that first, month or two.
Yeah, but I'm looking for something beyond that. You know what I mean? Beyond the first new month or two. You know what I mean? Everybody talks that bullshit. I married my best friend, and I would love to find that.
Right.
That would be great. But thus far it hadn't happened. I mean, hell, even like my last relationship. Mm-hmm. Right? We'd been on again, off again over the last few years, and I thought at one point that, man, she was the one that got away. She was the one. I've known her all my life. There was years that got away from us. Like when I was married, I lost lost touch with her, and we didn't talk that whole time. And she lived her life, I lived mine. We reunited and all that stuff, and. That this last time around, that was my intention, was to, date her and see her and only her, and I held her on this high pedestal, and then I saw her in a certain light, and I thought, this is my woman, know. And she knows my past, and she knows where I've been, and she understands me, and she respects me. You know, we click real good sexually. You know, it just, everything was there. You know, I didn't necessarily have that I'm high on you feeling, but, you know, everything else seemed to click. And I felt like, you know, I had a good woman and I lost my chance. And this time around, I'm not going to let go of her. But unfortunately, you know, she showed me something else and I had to let it go. So, you know, it's whatever, you know.
She showed you something else?
Yeah, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, she showed me that she wasn't the one. You know?
Right.
So,
She showed you a different side of herself.
Yeah. Now I know who she really is.
Well, and maybe people don't belong on a pedestal.
Yeah, but you know, it's like, you know, where she's telling me one thing, I'm seeing something else. You know, and I wish that I could believe her. I wish, like a motherfucker, that I was wrong. But you know, in reality, you know, if I was just wrong, and you were still in love with me and missed me and all that shit, then we would have worked it out. But being you said all those things in one breath, but we can't ever be together in the next, you've already moved on. There's somebody else in the way.
Well, but it sounds like you didn't even really have a love buzz with her. Like it wasn't, you didn't really feel in love with her.
Well, that's because after a number of months of one inconsistency after another and being put on the back burner again and again and seeing little signs that I was in denial about, I started building them walls. I started growing cold to it. It's like, you know, I can't keep loving this motherfucker like this. You know, I've learned how to shut it off, and that's
that's just a funny way of putting it. You can't keep loving this motherfucker.
Well, you know, that was one thing I was looking. No, really, I mean, when I was going through my divorce, I just wanted to know how to turn it off.
Yeah.
That's all I was searching for. Just, I wish I could find that switch to turn this pain off, right?
Yeah.
And I've found that since then. You know, I get in there and get some feelings stirred up and got burnt. I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. Been through this before. Bitch, you ain't going to cut me that deep. You know, I'm going to move on with my life. You know, I'll get over you. I'll be twisted for a few days.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to cry over you, and I'm not going to show up on your job with flowers, and I'm not going to fucking...
It's okay to cry. It's okay to cry. People need to get past the anger to the grief and sadness, and that part of it involves kind of being totally distraught, and then you get into the place where you're accepting of it.
Not everybody deserves your tears, though.
Well,
you know
it's
what I mean?
not about them deserving it. It's about you having some toxin in you, needing to get it out, and your tears cleanse you in that way.
Yeah, my rants cleanse me.
Well, I'm sure they do. I'm sure.
You know, it's like that's one way for me to vent. You know.
Yeah, that's totally true.
It out.
Yeah, and it's a healthy way compared to other things. I mean, you know, there's a lot of things people do with their anger.
Yeah, I mean, I won't argue with it. I mean, everybody sheds tears for sure. So whether it's in their car or at night before they go to sleep, you know, everybody does. So if everybody says that they don't, they're lying like a motherfucker or desperately needs to. So, but you know, I didn't shed no tears over this one. You know, it pissed me off, and that was about it. You know, so now I'm just kind of in a
So you didn't
strange place
feel like hurt and sad?
Oh, I felt hurt. But that's the thing about, you know, on different levels. Now, I think my divorce was the most painful to date. You know, I've been hurt pretty deep since, but nothing as deep as my marriage. You know, so it's just like, well, that hurt like a motherfucker, but you know, I'll be all right. You know, I'll do a few rants and you know, state my my hatred or my disgust for the situation, and then I'll move on. You know, and maybe somebody will hear what I have to say about things and they'll learn from it. You know,
right?
Maybe I'll open their eyes and save somebody 5 or 6 years of their life.
Right.
You know?
Right. Well, and you can reach an audience because of the nature of your material. You can reach an audience that other people can't reach. You know, spiritually, psychologically, you can. You know, and I like the way, even in the middle of a rant, you can still be positive about life and encouraging to people. That it's not just totally bleak and depressing.
Yeah.
That's nice. All right, let's see what else we got here. Do we want to go back to these? Oh, gosh, that's bright. Okay.
What you got?
Oh, we wanted to talk about the feedback. I want to talk about like what kind of letters you get on YouTube and like what you do about haters and things like that.
Um, Once in a blue moon, I'll get a hater letter where I know they've probably spent 4 or 5 hours of their day working and reworking it and just coming up with something that I'm sure in their mind
Man, that's a waste of
really,
time.
really fucks me out, right? But it doesn't. And, I realize what I do or how I express what I have to say is not for everybody, you know? Um, and I don't expect everybody to get it. What I'm looking for is to reach that audience of people who I consider are badasses. People who, even if they disagree, can still be respectful about it and realize that, hey, I'm not attacking you. I'm not really attacking your loved ones. But I am speaking from the heart, and I am saying it the way I see it. So, my subs are awesome.
Yeah.
Haters aren't going to get it, and by and large, most of them are chicken shit.
Yeah.
And I really couldn't care less what they think. Excuse me. Some of them are, estranged family members or ex-girlfriends, ex-in-laws, and they're just looking for something to be fucked off about.
Right.
So they watch the video because I usually give them something to go with. Here you can chew on this.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, some people just really love being agitated. They spend their time just one thing after another, just getting all wound up.
Yeah. Well, on the flip side, though, also there's been a multitude of people that have written me, and either they want me to do a video about something they're going through, or something I said touched them, and or it helped them, through a tough time. And, a lot of them would say, man, just keep ranting. Don't ever stop ranting, dude. You got to keep doing what you're doing,
Yeah.
And, that keeps me going sometimes. Sometimes I'm like,
Yeah. Well, it makes it worthwhile.
Is anybody paying attention?
Right. Well, exactly. Sometimes you want to know. I mean, it does take a lot of work to make videos. And it's hard.
Well,
It's, it's fun, but it's certainly, to keep up with it can be, quite an effort. But I think it's worth it, too.
Yeah, but even if I never went viral, and it doesn't matter. It's like I average roughly 100 views per video. Some of them will be in the thousands, but it's those people who are steady there watching. I'm taking time out of my life to entertain folks, and they're taking time out of their lives and their schedules to watch.
Yeah,
and they're entertained by it. And they show me love, and I appreciate the hell out of it.
They do. You have a very loving bunch over there. That's this loyal crew, and I have enjoyed all of them. Where I've gotten to know some of them is during your radio show that you've been doing.
Yeah.
The Friday night, the Fearless Fridays, right?
Yeah, the radio show.
Yeah, that's fun because you do the live chat thing down below, so people can watch and then and then talk to you on there. Yeah.
I like to, communicate with my subs. When I very first started and only had 50 or 60 subs and people that watched, it was a lot easier to keep up with the comment sections and everything.
Yeah.
I never wanted to be what I would consider a YouTube snob, and I did a video about YouTube snobs a few years back. And I always thought it was bullshit, because there's people that I've contacted who might be considered big time YouTubers or whatever, and either I leave a comment or send something to their inbox, and nothing in return. Now, I understand that they don't owe me shit, but at the same time, anybody with any creativity at all and a camera and a computer can get on YouTube and make a video.
Right.
So don't get it twisted and think that you're better than anybody else and that you can't talk to folks.
That's true.
I mean, really. I mean, for me, is like, this has opened up doorways that I've met people from all around the globe. And I think that it's great. People that I would have never heard of, people that would have never have heard of me. I've met some really good folks. And even though there's some people I've never met in person, I consider them good friends of mine, because we've talked on the phone and, we've shared things and, it's, I could talk all night about that too, but my bottom line is, my subs, they mean a lot to me. They're people. And you know, I appreciate them taking the time out to, you know, support what I do, and people that share my links, and, you know, people that take time out to write me.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, every once in a while you'll get somebody that's psycho, or they start to think that you owe them shit, or they can demand your time.
Yeah.
You know, I've encountered a few of those. I'm like, oh, this motherfucker's crazy. You know, don't get me too nervous now. I'll cut you off at the goddamn knees. But you know, for the most part, though, I mean, it's been a blessing in my life, and I never can express enough appreciation. You know, it's like, fuck, as long as you're watching my videos, I'll keep ranting, I'll keep entertaining you.
Yeah.
You know, so
That's so sweet.
I enjoy it.
I love that.
What else you got for me?
Okay, let me see what else I got for you. All right. Oh, how about people in your physical life? Are they supportive of your online projects?
Like friends and families?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's mixed reviews. There are family members that do watch, and they support what I do. Then there's family members that don't. You know, they don't watch. They don't want to hear me cussing and carrying on. And friendships are the same way.
Yeah.
Some of my friends are fucking awesome, and they are always sharing my links, and I think it's great. And they support me, and they, you know, put my decals on their cars or wear my T-shirts, and tell all their friends about it, and I think that's awesome. And then there's other friends that's like, it's JB, you know. You know, it's like, and if I want to hear him go off, I'll call him on the phone, or we'll just hang out, you know. Or,
right.
You know, like people that I work with and stuff. It's like they know about it, but none of them really watch.
Right.
No, they don't need to. They see me 8 hours a day, you know, and I'll shoot the shit with them. And you know,
they've heard your stories, yeah.
Yeah, you know, they ain't heard it all, but you know, they get to hear some shit, you know, and they get it like right off the cuff, no editing, no outro music or nothing, but you know, they're laughing. I'm gonna keep talking. So, you know,
I
still
love
like
making
to entertain
people
them.
laugh. That's just such a huge buzz.
Isn't that great?
Yeah,
you know?
it's great.
And that's the difference in doing my videos and just shooting the shit with people in person, which is cool because all it takes is like in person you actually hear the people laughing.
Right.
And it's like once that starts, once somebody starts laughing, I get on a roll. I just can't stop.
I know.
If I can
I
get
do
them
the
to the
same
point
thing
where they're
at school.
snorting, you know, make them laugh till they snort or they choke. That's great.
That's
you
really
know,
fun.
to me, there's no better medicine than laughter. I mean, I can never get enough of it.
I agree.
So, I love laughing.
Yeah, me too. Okay, let's see what else I got here. Oh, you also love to sing, and I've been enjoying your covers. And I wanted to know, like, which was your favorite cover so far that you've done?
If I had to pick a favorite, it's nothing that I've done recently, but I did some covers of some Johnny Lang from off his Lie to Me CD, his first CD they came out with. Blues, I think, is what fits my style, my voice the best. I love doing blues. It's been kind of hit or miss with the stuff I've been doing recently. Some of it's, you know, some of it I like, some of it was not so much, but I'll go ahead and put it out there. You know, so I'm really enjoying doing the original stuff with the Destination Faith Project.
Right.
You know,
that's where you write all your songs with Bruce, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I like Bruce.
Yeah. Yeah, Bruce, he's a good guy, and he's a hell of an artist. And
he's
we
funny.
started that out.
He's funny.
Yeah, he is. He's a good guy. I'd like to hope to meet him one of these days in person. That'd be really cool.
Yeah.
But you know, we started doing covers. I helped. You know, he was just kind of picking random people, you know, on his channel. We did like Bruno Mars with some guy. You know, did a few different covers, and then I covered Simple Man with him, and then we did some Creedence, and we did a couple different songs, and then we started talking about doing some original stuff, you know, and I hadn't ever really written songs or anything like that, and I was like, well, that's a new challenge, you know, and he was gracious enough to give me some music from my Scars movies and everything.
Yeah.
Which is really cool.
Yeah.
And so we started, you know, putting music together, and then he'd come out of the blue one day and say, you know, I want to make like a whole album's worth of music. Well, hell yeah, let's do it, you know. So he came up with the title for the Destination Faith, you know, that's what we should call our project and everything. I feel blessed to be part of it. And, the way I kind of look at the project is like, Bruce is the boss. He pretty much has final say-so on the mixing and the creativity of everything.
Yeah.
Because in reality, and he doesn't treat me like that, but that's just kind of how I see it. Because without him and his magic that he does on the guitar, I would just be doing karaoke covers.
Yeah.
So I feel blessed and honored to work with him. And hopefully we can put out something that'll really catch on.
Yeah.
I'm proud of what we've done.
Yeah. The last one I saw was where your face was all black. That
scared
me.
The Wish You Would. Yeah.
Oh my goodness, that was frightening.
Yeah, we're currently working. He's sent me some new music this week, so and it's totally different.
Yeah.
And not as heavy or anything, but
Well, I mean, you just totally go there. You just totally scream, and your voice is so big.
Yeah.
It's really kind of amazing, And then the other things you've been doing, more soft and whispery, which I like.
Yeah.
So you have a wide range of things.
Yeah, I just, like I said, that's why I like to kind of do the original stuff, because then I don't have to feel like I'm straining for anything. Or,
right. You're just going to...
but I can just do my own style. I don't have to try to sound like somebody else.
Right.
So, I look forward to many, many more songs with Bruce, and, who knows where it can go. So Bruce has been a real blessing. He's one of those people that I met because YouTube goes back to people that I've met. And we've collaborated a lot of things.
Wouldn't you like to have like a big YouTube party, or like a YouTube/Facebook party, and just have a bunch of people that we haven't actually met? Killer. Just have them over.
Yeah, that would be killer.
That'd be fun.
There's other tubers that do that.
Well, I feel like I've bonded with my subscribers too. I feel like they're, consistent and really caring and supportive. So there's just a lot of really nice people,
Yeah. It's cool. It's all about meeting new people and having new experiences. I think it's great. And that's going back to the Destination Faith and the radio show, the Fearless Friday show. Those are two huge things that Bruce brought to the table. And it was like this last year, on spring break, I think it was this year, 2014. And he'd called me up. I was down at my dad's, and I was out of town. He's like, "Hey, I want to give you a radio show," And I was like, okay, all right. And I didn't know if it'd ever go anywhere or take off or anything like that. But I said, well, I'll give it a shot, And I think I did 3 or 4 episodes of, it was just a 1-hour segment. Because Fearless Friday, he was running that show at the time. Mm-hmm. And I did a show right before his called The Power Hour. Mm. And, after about 4 shows, he's like, hey, man, he goes, how would you like to do both shows? Because, I just don't have time. Oh. I was like, all right. I said, tell you what. I said, let me have that name, Fearless Friday, because The Power Hour, that sounds kind of stupid. So, and it's kind of restricting, too, because then it's like it has to be nothing but metal. And it's like, no, it should be good music that people enjoy,
Well, and Fearless is how I've come to see you. I feel like you're very bold. Like you just decide to do something and you do it, and you're very strong in that way.
Yeah. And that's, hang on just a minute.
I hear a doggy.
Yeah, I heard a dog. Son, where's my daughter? She's going to have to bring her outside. Okay.
You have a cute dog. She's super cute.
Yeah. They're scampering around the house quite a bit now, but
yeah.
No, but after taking over that program, it's been really cool because I got 2 solid hours, and it's a cool deal. So I'm enjoying it. It's a brand new radio station, so I think it'll take off. I got some pretty big things happening over there.
Yeah, it's American Hearts Radio or
AmericanHeartsRadio.com.
American Hearts Radio.
For my show on Fridays, it's American Hearts Radio Web TV. So
yeah.
But
I like when you go back to the 80s and give me some of that GNR.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, I love that.
We've done a couple of the Throwback Fridays, a little Flashback Friday edition. go back and play all those 80s metal bands and stuff. People love that. So it's like
fun.
real nostalgic and it's fun and it reminds you when you're a kid or some of the younger generations. It reminds them of, you know, their older brothers and sisters and stuff. Or they talk about, oh, my mom likes this, you know. So, that's a lot of fun.
Yeah, that is fun. So let's see what else.
What else you got?
Cover here.
Or get bombarded.
We talked about the radio. We talked about destination. Where do you think you want to take that with Bruce? I mean, I think it sounds like you're open to whatever happens there.
Yeah, I mean, I'm willing to go next level. I mean, I don't know what's in store for me. You know, there's no promise of tomorrow or anything like that. But
that's true.
You know, it's fun. I'm enjoying doing it. I mean, it's just like my YouTube thing. It's fun. You know, and as long as it's fun and I'm enjoying myself, I'll do it. You know, and if it takes off and becomes something huge. To the point where I don't need a day job, that would be great. not holding my breath, but you know, it still would be very, very cool. You know, to just entertain for a living. But you know, until then, it's you know back to reality, right? So
well, and at least it is rewarding. You know, even as it is,
because I'm having fun. You know,
even now, it's still fun. I mean, that's how I feel about it. It's fun.
Yeah, I'm having fun, and people are enjoying it. So.
Yeah, I'm enjoying it.
Really. Yeah, right?
I've been watching your show for about a year, probably.
That's cool.
It's been a while, yeah.
Yeah.
So, let me see what else I have on here. Which one of those is closest to your heart? What do you love to do the most?
Probably rant, just because it's so natural, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, if I broke it down between singing or making independent films or radio or ranting, well, I think what's most enjoyable is making movies.
Yeah.
That was the most fun, just watching it all come together. And but it's also the most expensive venture, you know. So
yeah.
you know, singing that's free. You know, ranting that's free. You know, there's things that I can do. You know, it's just all is time, and time's going to pass anyway, so you might as well, you know,
create
write
stuff.
some music or
create something that wasn't here before. I mean, you've made so many things that didn't exist, you know, just create them.
Yeah, it's been awesome.
Yeah, that's cool. You know, I feel like I've seen, you know how you have the little end part of your videos has clips from your movie and clips from your rants, and that scene where you like headbutt someone comes right up after you're like F you, and then boom, you know, it goes it goes on and you headbutt somebody, there's blood everywhere. I was like, dang it. I feel like I've seen you headbutt someone a million times. It looks so scary. So that looked very real to me.
Yeah, that was off the Scars 2 Broken Souls movie. So,
yeah.
Have
you ever done that in real life? Have you ever headbutted somebody like that?
Yeah.
Yeah? It must hurt.
I don't go out there and mix it up with folks these days. You know,
when you were younger.
I'm a dad. When I was younger, there's a few that can attest to it. So, you know, I don't think you ever lose that. It's just that, you know, I'm grown and I got other responsibilities. You know, sitting in jail for whipping somebody's ass. You know,
you just don't have time for that anymore. It's just what is your favorite phrase? You don't have time for.
I don't have to prove anything now, you know. When I was younger, I had something to prove.
Yeah, well, that's true.
Trying to figure out who you are. You're a young man, your early 20s. You know, you're full of spunk, and you want to prove to everybody you ain't going to get fucked with. Yeah. And none of that shit matters now. You know, being a tough guy don't pay my bills.
Yeah, that's true.
Doesn't pay my mortgage.
That's true.
So, you know, nobody knows how to take an ass whooping these days. They damn sure campaign for that ass whooping. As soon as they get elected, they want to call the police.
Ass whooping.
So it's like, you know.
You're funny. Well, it looks like we've been talking for about 43 minutes. So that's a long video.
Yes. Yeah, absolutely.
That was pretty fun. I mean, you know, we could keep talking, but I don't know what else to ask you. I'm kind of out of questions.
Well, if you're out of questions, I won't keep you held up. So, last thing we want to do is start to bore the viewers. So
we don't want
this whole video. We appreciate that.
Well, people usually like to go to sleep to my videos, so this will be normal for me. Just nice and sleepy. I'll get it nice and quiet. We'll sing everybody a lullaby.
A little fire and ice mix for him today, though, right?
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Well, thanks for talking to me.
Yeah, I appreciate you calling and inquiring. So.
What is your next rant going to be about, I wonder? Are you ever going to rant about me? I want to ask that.
No.
What can I do
doubt
to be the object of the rant?
Oh hell, I don't know. Nah, you've been real nice to me, so I don't think I'll.
No ranting.
Unless I give you a shout out, you know. So
Yeah.
that'd be about it. So.
Yeah, that's nice.
You've done nothing to ever deserve a full blown rant.
Full blown. Oh
Yeah.
no, I'd have to
Yeah,
turn my volume down.
I don't see that happening. So you've been nothing but nice.
Well, I'm glad that I found you out here in this World Wide Web, and we'll just keep on making what we do and see what happens, right?
Absolutely. That sounds good.
Okay, well, I'll talk to you soon.
All right, sounds good.
Okay.
Take care.
See ya.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye. Okay, that was John. I like John. Okay, so if you want, check out his rants. I think he's definitely a colorful storyteller, and he just has a love of life. It's sort of a joy to talk to somebody who's so excited about what they're doing. I know a lot of you are excited about what you're doing too, so if anybody else wants to talk to me, let me know and we'll talk. Okay. Just experimenting around with these different formats. We'll see how it works.